again.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Susan Chan here with Grassroots Warrior Network and Clearwater Healing. And today we have our friend Roxanne back with us. And today we're going to talk about our why. Why do we want to get healthy? Why do we do all of the things that we do in order to maintain our strong immunity and our health and good, strong, healthy, happy life, right? And we started out with because Roxanne has a new show on YouTube, and it's Coffee with Roxy. Is that what it is, Roxanne?
Coffee with Roxy. Yes.
Coffee with Roxy. So she did her coffee espresso, was delicious, looked really, really great. So I showed her my coffee today, and this is my superfood coffee. I have, like there's dandelion in there, there's collagen, there's coffee, there's molasses, there's honey, so much ashwagandha, so many things in there. But one of the things that we were talking about is, why do we want to have these healthy foods? Why do we want to bring in good, healthy anything? Like, what's your why? So, Roxanne?
Yeah. So, they say, whoever they are, they say America, unfortunately, is probably the most toxic of all nations, food-wise. And as you're well aware, our soils have been just depleted of nutrient values and what was once there before, just over the years and years of growing crops and harvesting and then regrowing and adding all kinds of different chemicals on these lands, and then that gets into our food supply and into us, and people are getting seemingly sicker nowadays. But anyway, so we were talking about just moments ago protein,
Yeah.
and I think between the two of us, we have an interesting subject to
Yeah.
delve into.
Mhm.
A little creepy,
Yeah.
but actually a lot creepy if you think about it.
Right.
Um, but it's, I don't know, it is what it is, and it's your choice. That's just exactly what it is. It's we all have our choices that we make in life,
Right.
some good and some not so good.
Right.
So,
And I had no idea, like you just told me, what they make the protein out of.
and I don't know if that's every single protein powder, but the
Fair
video
enough.
that I saw, I was just, I was like, what? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And like I don't know in what country this was in, but it
Hmm.
was overseas somewhere.
Yeah.
And worms, so like mealworms, the
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
the little funky little,
Yeah.
like that long worms that you feed your crickets or your
Mhm.
bearded dragons, for those of you with
Right.
reptiles as pets.
Yeah.
Um, they heat them up, and some of them looked like they're roasted or freeze dried, and they put them in bags so people can eat them. And
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw this, not the video, but something else where they said they'll eat bugs and like it,
Yeah.
Didn't somebody out
Yeah.
there say that?
Yeah. 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 The powers that be that are trying to steer us, humanity,
Mm,
in a lump sum kind of way, and not for our total benefit. And
right.
I find it alarming that, that here's the thing, like in my work, so detox and rejuvenation, the basic premise around disease is that there is no disease once you understand the acid alkaline balance in the body. And the kidneys are in charge of filtering out the lymphatic fluid, which is the sewer system, and that gets all the acid out. And this acid is like chewing away at your organs. So it basically as such. And so when you take a very heavy dose of protein, that's really hard on the kidneys, because the kidneys then the body has to break down that protein into amino acids, which are the building blocks for our body. So rather than have something like a protein first thing in the morning and, like really smack those kidneys and clog up your whole inner terrain, if you eat something like fruit, right? It has protein in it, but the right amount, and it has all the amino acids, everything that you want. So when you eat it, it goes to work right away in your body. There's no extra steps for the body to break down this protein. And that's where you're going to get the acid ash in the body. And that's where everything starts to get clogged up. And that's where parasites and bacteria, all the bad kind, can hunker down in those swampy areas and really proliferate.
Mhm.
So, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to unwind all of that sticky mess. And the tools that we're using in our life help move that along in an
Absolutely.
easier fashion. I want it to be easy. I don't want it to be really hard. I don't have
Hmm.
time,
Right.
you know?
Right. We don't want hard. We want easy.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
definitely. Absolutely. And that's for me one of the main reasons that I love LifeWave. Boom, put the patches on,
yeah.
and once in the morning, once in the evening, I change out the patches. And the more I learn about the programs, the more I'm creative with how I use the patches. And remarkable things are happening. But what could be easier than putting on like a little patch, like a little band-aid, and then
Right.
boom, then you forget
Right.
about it and go
Right.
on.
I mean, it's really amazing technology how a little patch the size of about a quarter,
Yeah,
because it reflects your own light. We all emit infrared light, as
yeah,
many of you out there realize that.
yeah,
And our light is reflected back into our skin by way of the patch.
right.
And then that up levels GHK copper peptide,
Yes.
and which is, oh my gosh, it's so powerful and so healing on so many different levels. Um,
Absolutely. I,
it
I
is.
can feel for decades that my body has been accommodating certain injuries that I've had, and
Mhm.
they're unwinding, and I have to not be in a rush with it. Like in particular with my knee being, like they call it retracing. And it's taking a long time, but I can feel the progress, and I understand which muscles, are working and what's not working. And it's just a beautiful support system that we have. And then I added in the Celergize, which is really boosting everything. I feel so good when I go to workout now, because I'm back
Mhm.
into workout.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, I took 3 months off. 3 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, see that couch over there? I'm just relaxing on that couch. Yeah, I was like, just
Yeah.
enjoying my whole summer. And
Yeah.
so I went back into the gym and I was like, oh, how's this going to be? And I just picked right up where I left off.
That's great.
Right? I have to build up
Yeah.
the stamina again, but I did the full class. Tomorrow
Yeah.
I'm going to do a double, and which I was, before I took the 3 months off, I was doing many, many doubles. But it's also good just to take a time off. I don't even want to say a break,
Yeah.
but I have to watch how we use our words, but just take some time off to just regroup and
Hmm.
and just exhale. One
Right.
big exhale. Just
Right. I think we all need to recalibrate,
yes.
from time to time.
Yeah.
And I mean, rest is important, as you well know.
Yes.
And actually, I want to go into that if I may.
Please.
The
Yeah.
my I don't have a huge story
Mhm.
as far as the LifeWave patches. My story is, before I was on LifeWave, I didn't sleep. Um, Probably 4 nights a week. It didn't matter when I went to bed. I was up between 1 and 3 in the morning.
Mhm.
And I may have mentioned this on one of your prior shows, but
Yeah, I don't know.
my story is, since being on X39, I sleep at night and I sleep through the night very peacefully.
Mhm.
Um, I'll wake up, if I have to let the dog out or if I have to go potty, and I go right back to sleep.
Yeah.
My mind doesn't have, it does have a hamster running in the wheel, but that hamster gets shut off at night
Nice, right?
since
Little
since
pacifier.
I've been on these patches. And for those of you out there who understand the hamster mind running in the wheel all night long, you'll
Right.
understand me. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well, that's
but
a really important thing to know too, because I have a client that I'm working with,
mhm,
and one of the beautiful things that I find about consolidating all of the things that I'm doing. So this person wanted to go to the doctor and get a prescription for anxiety medication and sleep and all of those things. I'm like, well, why would you do that? Why would you take all of these pharmaceuticals that have petroleum in them that's, it's going to gunk up the works? And when you have the access to X39, just put the patch on. And
mhm,
it will work. Give it a little bit of time, but that's a much better option, I think. Save time going to the doctor, sitting there, like in the waiting room, doing all of that. That's a day, you
yeah,
know, and
easily,
right?
easily. It
Yeah,
takes, I mean, and then the doctor will come in and he's in there with you for 5 minutes,
right.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes if you're lucky.
Yep,
Unless you have a really good doctor, um,
exactly.
who maybe he is a solo with a private practice and he or she can take their time with you.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
I I haven't been to, okay, I'm a nurse, but I
Right.
haven't been to the doctor in a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But my doctor, he would spend an hour with me. And he
Mm-hmm.
himself would check, all the vitals, the blood pressure, and all of
Nice.
that, despite his medical assistant up in the front, you know, and then you'd go back and visit with him in his exam room, and we would just talk for like an hour, and we would talk about, I mean, not only my health, but, just like he made it very personal,
Right.
which I think in today's state, everybody is
Mhm.
so super rushed.
Right.
And like even driving, I was driving home the other day and oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
like, if I had one of those James Bond cars, that would be like the coolest thing. Like,
Right.
right? Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody out there who's been in like in traffic and is frustrated with the
Yeah.
other driver.
Yes. Hmm.
I'm in the turn lane to turn left, and it's a 6-lane highway, and you have the center median to turn left at or right. But so I'm in the middle lane, and there was a truck behind me. A garbage truck was coming towards me,
Yeah.
not in the middle lane, but
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm facing oncoming traffic.
Right.
And this guy comes swooping up in front of me, cuts me off, and then he turns before I could turn.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
like, really?
Really. Right.
You know?
Mm. I know.
So just they don't think, they don't care, and they're in a hurry, and nobody's life matters
Right.
except their own,
Exactly.
you know?
And then we hear now the reports about how many across the nation, how many truck drivers, they don't even pass a test. They can't even read English, and they're getting those licenses to drive these big rigs, and we're sharing the highway with them. And then you wonder, like
Yeah.
how come? There's
Well, and there was a tragic accident here in Florida
really
referring to that.
right.
Um, he
Yeah.
had a CDL license
Hmm.
and cut across 3 lanes on the interstate and
Shame.
killed, I think it was 4 or 6 people died in that
Oh my
accident
God. I mean, and
at the fault of this
yeah,
person who just, hey, give me my license, and they gave it to him.
yeah. I can't
And
read
then he comes
English.
driving across the
Yeah.
country, and you
Mhm.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
it's scary out there.
And the scarier part too is that that's not an isolated incident. incident. This
No,
happens like every
no.
day, every other day.
Oh yeah.
If you tune into the right stations, you're going to hear this or
Yeah.
know enough people.
Well,
So,
don't forget, there's happy hour, and then
mhm,
how
yeah,
many, how
yeah,
many different
mhm,
toxins are in their body from different
yeah,
things that they take
that's it.
mixed with their martinis, you
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big happy hour town in here.
know?
I don't do it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm concentrating on things for my health.
We're getting healthier by the minute.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like before we were talking too, we wanted to talk about like our why, right? So
Mhm,
I looked up Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and one, two, three, four, five. So there's five
mhm,
needs that we need. One is the physiological, the air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. For me, healthy food, of course, fits in with that. Clean water, absolutely. Then the next level up is safety needs, personal security, health, employment, resources, property. So right there, LifeWave for me addresses both of those, the
mhm.
basics, because you're not going to
Absolutely.
move past, you're not going to get into the higher love and belonging and esteem and self-actualization unless you have your basic needs met. And
Mhm.
so right there, for me, I'm thrilled about that.
Yeah, yeah.
And water's a big deal. Water's
That's
a very
huge.
big deal.
Yeah.
So I came across, and I've seen, I don't know, understand why it's not like a national craze. Like, why isn't everybody using boxed water instead of the bottled water in plastic? And I've for years I've seen I would go to maybe special events, and higher consciousness people will have the box water there. I'm like, I love that.
I've
And
never seen boxed water.
yeah, yeah, it's one. It's is called is even better. Everybody water. There's a couple different kinds, but it's like, yeah, when you go to the store, you're not seeing this on the shelves,
Mhm.
but it's been around for so long. So I think that's a great thing. And then
Well,
waiting for life waves are H2O water coming out. That's going to
yeah,
be phenomenal.
it will be.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they're in I think in final steps, before they do
yeah.
bring it
Now,
out.
have you
Now,
tried the water? Have you tried it?
I have.
What did you think?
So it's imagine this is like the easiest way I can explain it,
Okay.
and you'll understand.
Mhm.
Imagine a glass of skim milk.
Okay.
It's real loose and
Yeah. Yeah.
fluidy,
Yeah.
right? And then imagine a glass of like whole milk or chocolate milk,
Mhm.
something with
Mhm.
like some substance and some oomph, right?
Right. Right.
So the we sampled two different waters at an event that I was at,
Oh.
and I didn't know. I mean, because I was a guest there and I wasn't really
Right.
paying attention
Mhm.
to that. And so I was given a small sample. And
Okay.
when I say small, I mean probably like 2 ounces, or
Okay.
something. It was small.
Yeah.
And so I tasted it and I was like, hmm, you know,
Mhm.
and I didn't think anything of it. And then she gave me the second glass
Mhm.
or a cup. It was a paper cup.
Right.
And so I tasted that, and that was more fluidy and liquidy and loose, right?
Okay.
And nothing to it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And
Mhm.
then she says, well, can you, did you notice anything
Mhm.
different between the two waters that I gave you?
Right.
I said, well, the second glass you gave me was cold,
Right.
because the first one was
Okay.
warmer, well, room temperature.
Yeah.
And and it was more liquidy, more fluidy.
Mhm.
But the first glass was thick, it had consistency to it. And okay, I'm not trying to gross anybody out, but
Oh.
you can definitely tell
Mhm.
it had gone through the whole process,
Mhm.
and light infused water, and the flavor was good,
Hmm.
and not that it had consistency, but it had depth,
Okay. Like
right?
viscosity, right?
So yeah, and
Okay.
um, the thing for me, because I was asked to speak at this event,
Hmm.
I felt like it helped with my speech,
Okay.
that my words were clearer and crisper,
Hmm.
and I felt like my brain was going faster, and
Okay.
but I was just like firing stuff off left and right and answering questions, and everybody had a question, and I must have answered, I don't know, 10 or 15 different people's questions, and it was an audience of 20 or 25 people in that room.
Hmm.
So,
Nice.
um,
Very nice.
but I wasn't stage fright, and I felt very comfortable and confident
Nice.
when speaking on this subject, and it was it was really just a nice, positive experience.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
I've been hearing about it. I haven't tried it myself, but
Hmm.
I am very particular about my water, and I have a distiller that I've been distilling water since probably 2011, maybe
Hmm.
2010. Even my well water, because I remember doing my research that like certain hard minerals can also clog up your body. So I'm like, all right, everything goes, everything.
Yeah.
And and I can really tell the difference between my clean water and if I go anywhere else, and especially a restaurant, they pour oh, and the chlorine is just
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
awful. So I'm looking forward to the water that we're uh, going to be gifted with, made
Yes.
available to us. That's going to be great. And my confusion is that there's Dr. Annabelle mentioned that don't use alkaline water. Like that's the only water that he says not to use it. Because I was thinking, well, I use my distilled water and then
Hmm.
put it in there, but
Hmm.
distilled water that's alkaline
Hmm.
that comes out.
Right.
So I wouldn't. I guess that wouldn't be the best option. But
Yeah.
that'll
Right.
all, that'll all happen later. But I'm
Um,
I'm excited about that.
so before I go into this, I'm just trying to see if I can find it, but and you might know the name of it, but there's a website where it shows you the quality of your water in your particular area.
Oh,
Do you
really?
know of that?
Uh,
Are
no,
you familiar with that?
no.
Let
Would
me
I
see if
trust it even?
I don't know, you
Well,
know.
I just know that because I had a well, so we used to have the water tested, and
Hmm.
there were certain things that they won't test for.
Right, right.
I don't remember what they were,
Um,
but they were like important things.
I want to say it's like it's nationwide, and
Hmm.
when I find it, I will send it to you, and maybe you can put it in the link
That
if
sounds
you
great.
want. But um, it is a way. Um,
I
no,
know we're supposed to have very clean water in town here, and
good.
uh, still when I do my distilling,
Hmm.
whoa, the sludge that's at the bottom is just it's sewage.
Ugh,
It's like I open it up and you'll get hit with a waft of like sewage smell, and then
yeah,
at the bottom there's at least a teaspoon, sometimes a tablespoon of just this yellow brownish liquid, and then just
yeah.
it's horrible. But the
Wow.
water, but the water itself tastes very, very good. And so I love when I mix, so I'll put my cellar dries in that, and I'll have that,
Oh, yum.
right?
That sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drinking my Celergize in here. So.
Yeah, good girl. Very good. Very good.
So,
Very good.
um, I don't know. There are several on here. I'll find the one
Hmm.
that I thought was a good one,
Yeah.
and I'll share it with you after the show. But there are many in here now, whereas before I was only able to find a few.
Yeah.
So,
And I will say this too. I have noticed of recent, because I have been doing this for years, and it takes 6 hours to make 1 gallon. So I pretty much every day or every other day I'm
in
making.
your distiller,
Yeah. And so
yeah.
I'm seeing a lot. And I will say this, like we have had some very beautiful, clear, sunny days with real clouds. Like from what I remember when I was a child. I'm like, that's what it's supposed to look like,
Yeah.
cumulative clouds and all of this beautifulness. And we've had a lot of that, like all summer. It's been a really nice summer. And
Nice.
the water has, the residue at the bottom has not been as offensive. I'll say that. So I wonder if there's some kind of connection, with the reduced spraying. It's not completely gone, but it's greatly reduced. I mean, we used to have it every day, every single day. Just
Mm.
you. But now we have more. So I hope that that's, a good sign. I hope that is good.
I
And
do too. I
I
do
don't
too.
know where we are with the fluoride. I know a lot of places, like RFK's wants to take it out of the water. Like, yeah,
I've heard that too.
yeah,
So,
do it, do it, do it now.
yeah.
Don't wait. Do it now.
Right, right.
We're
So,
ready. We're
yeah.
ready. Good. Okay.
So, something else, if I may,
Mhm.
um, growing your own food.
Yeah,
That's huge. And,
excellent. I love
um,
it. Hmm.
I've taken it upon myself to start my own food forest in my backyard. I have some in my front yard, so if anybody's in my area, don't come picking the fruit because it's not even
Right?
they're still baby trees, but the point is
Yeah.
if you can get out there and plant something and you have the space for it, or
Yes.
maybe you have a small space, maybe you live in an apartment and you have a
Yeah.
patio,
That's what I got.
and
Mhm.
get the pots, get your soil, and
Mhm.
get some nice, good plants.
Yes.
Do your research, where they grow best and in
Mhm.
the sun or in the shade. And I'm excited to do this. It's nice to have bananas and avocado, and obviously I'm in the South, so
Yeah, so
um,
lucky, so
but
lucky.
um, and the other thing too, if you get a pineapple from the grocery store, like a full pineapple, when
Yeah,
you chop the head off,
mhm,
put it in soil and it will
right,
root and
really?
regrow a baby pineapple. It'll take a while, but it
Yeah,
will
yeah.
do that. They're
Okay.
in the other thing, they're in the bromeliad family. And
Yeah,
bromeliads help with, like, it's a natural
digestive.
medicinal plant. It helps with bruising and
Oh, I didn't
swelling
know
and,
that.
and things like that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's yeah, there's more out there
Yeah,
that's good for us
yeah,
than what we're led to believe,
a lot,
you know?
a lot more.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was so excited when you were saying you wanted to like plant a cacao tree. I'm like,
yeah. Oh
because
yeah.
that,
I I went
that's
to the store the other day
and
and I bought two cacao pods
nice.
and okay, I watched this video and I'm like the guy is getting the pulp off
Okay.
the
Yeah.
seed
Mhm.
and he's just like pinching it and the pulp comes right off and I'm like I'm trying to do that and I'm like what is wrong? It's like it won't do it, you
Right.
know? And because the seeds are this really intense brownish black. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
And but you have to get the flesh off of the seed so you can plant them.
Right.
And I have two pods full of, these seeds.
Right.
And I'm thinking, well, I don't think I need 50, cacao
No.
trees in my backyard, but maybe four,
Right.
you
I
know.
like that. I like
And
that. But you want extra too, because like I've
yeah,
done, I've commandeered a relative's yard. He has these beautiful big 10 by 10 plots, two of them.
oh nice.
So I've been, out there in the garden each year,
Hmm.
and uh it's touch and go.
Yeah,
Like, so I've learned to plant overabundance of seeds because they're not all going to make it.
right.
And then, if there's extra too, then just, give them away or something. But I was so excited too for the cacao plant because, as we were sharing the text, that the vanilla bean comes from a very specific orchid that only grows on a cacao tree, which is why it's so expensive to get, like really pure vanilla extract.
Hmm.
'Cause it's comes from the orchid. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll definitely come
that's
down there and
beautiful. Yeah.
pitching, digging, and putting that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, definitely.
And there's a whole learning process that you want to before you go investing and buying some of these plants because
Uh,
cacao trees are not cheap.
right.
I've ordered them from um, a few different nurseries. They start at around 50 to 75 and or
Mhm.
$100, but they typically start around 50 and they go up in price depending on where you're getting them from.
Yeah.
And I think you want something that's guaranteed to fruit. So you always want to go with a grafted tree. And I'm not a farmer, you guys. I'm a nerd, but but
Brings
you
in.
just listen and you learn and you take it in and whatever I
Yeah.
think sticks with you and resonates with you, that's what you're gonna go for,
Right.
right? It's like it's our why. Why this? Well, because this one I think is gonna
Mhm.
work better for me or
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. So
Every year I try and grow watermelon. Like it's my big dream to grow with the big old fashioned watermelons. And every year there's something that goes wrong with them. So I buy them at the store.
yeah, you want to check what type of soil they like. I found that out. You want to check what type of soil they like. If they like a acidic soil or
Mhm.
more alkaline soil.
Yeah.
And then something else I heard, and this was on a different type of a fruit tree. I think it was a guava. No, not guava. Lychee, a lychee
Oh
tree.
yeah. Very
Um,
nice. Uh-huh.
um, the guy was talking about um, the different soils, um,
That
and
makes a
not
lot of
soils,
sense.
but fertilizers. You don't want to use a 10-10-10 soil. You
Okay.
want to use something more balanced. And then he started talking about earthworm castings,
Hmm.
as so you want a natural
Yeah.
fertilizer.
Hmm.
And I saw at the nursery a couple weeks ago, I went in just to look around,
Hmm.
and they do have the earthworm um, casting, like the liquid. So I guess you would add it to, I didn't
Okay.
buy any, you would add it
Yeah.
to water and spray around.
Better use of the worms that way versus in our food. I like that.
Oh,
However, to grow our
oh yeah,
food,
okay, so back to that. Let's go back, come back in. Okay, my
weave that
gosh.
back in.
So this protein powder that
Yeah.
they were making
Mhm.
is made from those I call them mealworms, but they
Yeah.
come from a like a funky,
Ugh.
icky looking little thing. The kind of worms that you feed your bearded dragon. If you
Right?
guys, any of you out there have reptiles.
Meerkats like that stuff. I'm not.
Oh, this was not from Africa. It was,
No.
it was somewhere in Asia.
Okay.
Um, anyways, they had like this whole process, obviously, because it was a commercial
Hmm.
uh, company,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they dry them out. I think they cook them. They dry them out, and then they grind them into a powder, and
Wow.
that's your protein. So
Well, yeah. And then you have to think if it's already such an established industry, how much of our food already has this in it, and for how long?
yeah, I
No.
don't know.
I mean, we were just a little while ago, we were dubbed like the fattest nation in the world. Like we miscalculated. They say it's actually
Well,
much worse than it is. So,
so if we're the fattest, we're also the most toxic,
yeah,
I'm sure,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And uh, back to like earlier when I was talking about the driving and just the
Mhm.
madness.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I think everybody is in such a hurry
yeah.
and they don't look both ways, right? They're
right.
not observant of their surroundings, which, by the way, the LifeWave patches will help you with that. The
Yes.
energy enhancer patches, when
Hmm.
you put them on, it's like
Yeah.
it definitely helps
Yeah.
expand your mind
Yeah.
so that you're more alert of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Not some, I won't say it on your show, but not what I
Go
really
ahead.
want to say, but
Ooh, we're good. We're good. We're on Rumble. We love Rumble.
oh, okay.
Rumble's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not some idiot. No, I'm being nice.
Yeah.
The
No,
road
true.
rage is out on the
Yeah.
street, not in the
Yeah.
house. But when they go cutting you off, when you were
Hmm.
there first, and I feel, you know,
Yeah. It's
like
just insane.
yeah, yeah, I'm
Hmm.
like what is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come swooping up right in front of me,
Yeah.
and sorry, I'm getting off track.
No, no, no,
Back
no,
to
but
our
it, no,
patches, right?
it's true.
But
Yeah.
but the patches really do help
Hmm.
with focus and
I agree.
mental alertness. I
I
really
agree.
feel, yeah. So,
I agree. I
and your mood too. They help with your mood.
could
So,
always use help with that.
yeah.
Yeah, when I went back to school a couple years ago for psychology, and I took a summer course, which is like super, super condensed, and I wasn't ready for that. And the first week I took the test, I'm like, oh, I bombed that. I'm like, "Ugh." It's like, I don't know, maybe I should just, drop out. And the professor, she was like, it's not going to get any easier. Oh, okay. And I just happened to have started my patches that second week. So I'm like, all right, I put them on. I didn't expect anything. I was like, let me try, see what's happening. And right after that, started 4.0, 4.0 the whole time. Just
That's that's great,
yeah.
Susan.
And
That
and
is
I
so
didn't
cool.
even put it together until we were doing our Miracle Monday calls where we all get together on Michael's
Yeah.
channel and share everything. And I started hearing people's comments. I'm like, oh, that must have been what happened. So I love them.
Mhm.
I think they're great, and I feel
I do too.
very fortunate to be on Michael's team. I feel very fortunate to have a friend like you now, and Jen, and all the people that come together and we build our community. And again, and our self actualizing, Maslow thing that fulfills other ones, love and belonging and esteem, self-respect, and self. That's where the other part comes in for me when we get together on our calls, and there's so much help that's given to us between Connie's calls, your calls, where we're always being encouraged and shown how to do it in the best way, and how to use all the tools that they give us. They give us so many good tools,
Mhm.
you know.
They really do. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
yeah.
for not one because there are 10 different patches, but for
Mhm.
X39 being the main patch, the mother of all patches,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's so much information out there
Hmm.
when I think really we just need to wear it and use it and
Yeah,
feel it, right? And experience it.
yeah.
And then, we can share our stories with
Hmm.
other like we're doing now, but
Right, right.
just to hear some of the incredible
Yes,
improvements in people's lives
yes,
that
yeah,
this one little patch is doing.
yeah.
So
I've
many
been on
people.
it year and a half now, and I observed my body. I felt all of the detoxing going on, and I was like, wait a
Wow.
minute. I was very proud of my detox protocol before Lyme. I mean, before the Life Wave, and then I started the Life Wave, and I detoxed to a whole nother level. I was like shocked. It's like
Hmm.
I thought it was the best that it could be. No, there was a whole nother level that just effortlessly cleaned it all up. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't finish my morning
No,
coffee.
I love that because
Yeah.
it's science,
Yes.
it's technology,
Hmm.
no drugs,
Right.
no chemicals.
Mhm.
and it's our body's way of helping to heal itself,
Yes. Yeah.
and I think the patch is that jump start that we
Mhm.
need,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
It
Definitely
helps us.
like plugging in a light socket,
Hmm.
flipping the switch.
Right.
And David has 200 patents, maybe even more at this point. The company is 21 years old. It's definitely shown, time tested, that it works. And I think it's great. So,
I do
so
too.
yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, good, Roxanne. Good. So, so you have your new YouTube show. Do you want to share your little handle for that, your name?
Yeah. So like the name of it is called Coffee Break, but and it's not just about coffee, but
Right.
think about like the reason that I named it that is when you go with your if you're at work and you go in the break room and you have coffee and there are other
Mhm.
people in there and you start talking about this, that, and the other, and some of it's serious, some of it's lighthearted and humorous,
Mhm.
some of it's about health, some of it's about love and life and maybe your
Yeah.
dog or cats or
Mhm.
horses, but it's supposed to be about we're here on this planet at this time and we're all human. I
Yes.
think most of us are, right?
Yeah.
um, and we're just life's short and make the most of it and have a good conversation and get your coffee, or your tea or your
Mhm.
that concoction that Susan has, that
Superfoods. Yeah.
nutritional superfood drink.
Yeah.
That looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was cacao. That's why we got on that cacao subject.
Right. There is chocolate in there. There's cacao nibs. There's so much in there. It's
Yeah,
like, you know.
yeah. So, but anyway, so the handle is coffee underscore with underscore Roxy. And we can put that in
Yeah,
the link below. But
definitely put that
I'm
in.
also with LifeWave, and I know Susan is, and we're
Yeah.
all under
Yeah.
Michael Jaco. So we're
Yep.
in the,
And
we're in
your
the,
nursing skills and your Reiki
yes.
skills,
Mhm.
really, you're a great
Oh,
person to
thank you.
know, and, sharing
Well,
good things in the world. So,
as are you. You're doing
thanks.
amazing things, and thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks. Very good. Very good. Okay. So is there any closing comments? Do you think we covered everything? I think we're good.
I think we discussed a lot this time,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
I hope that this helped with
Mhm.
somebody out there. And if you're questioning LifeWave or as to how these can potentially help you,
Mm.
um, the best way to start is to just start
Right.
so
That's
you
it.
can experience it, right?
Yeah.
Um, and for $100 a month, that's what,
Mhm.
$3 and some change a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You get a 30-day supply.
Mhm.
Um, it's worth it because if you don't know and you don't start, you're never going to know,
Exactly.
right? And if
Exactly.
you,
Yeah.
when you start something new,
Mhm.
hey, at least you started it, but continue to
Yeah.
do it and move forward,
So many
if
great
you
benefits.
can. I'm not saying you do this or else, no, but just, you know,
Yeah.
um, experience it because it's absolutely worth it. And,
Absolutely.
and
Definitely.
Susan's been on it for a year and a half. I've been on it for a little over 2 years, and
Right.
it's good stuff.
Very
So
good.
yes,
Excellent.
and we're
Very.
getting younger by the day.
I know. I
Yeah,
know. I
yeah,
can see it personally. I can see it in the mirror. So, and
yeah,
my energy and stuff. I
yeah.
love it. I'm very
I
happy.
love that. Yeah.
Very good. All righty. Very good, Roxanne. Well, thank you very much for spending time and on my show and with Grassroots Warrior Network. And I hope everybody checks out other shows on the Grassroots Warrior Network because we're all here to help everybody lift everybody up. And that's how it's done. Very good. All right,
Great.
Roxanne. All right.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Take
Susan.
care.
Okay,
Okay.
bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay.